Welcome back. It's episode 144. We talked about a lot of stuff. 144, but it's only 3 of us, so that's kind of weird.
Hey.
But hey, tune in. We got... Dang, I forgot what we talked about that quickly.
About that
Is Invincible the worst universe to live in?
Might be.
What impacts your life more than your freaking zodiac sign? Yeah, that's how I'm gonna frame that one. And then the last thing was the AI, like stealing not just jobs but crafts. What are we losing? We're losing those recipes too. Find out on this wonderful episode 144. And also check out the Patreon and our Twitch. And,
Tap it with
everything
the
else.
group chat.
And DreamCon's coming soon. We're doing that again. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can give the funniest reactions.
I need you guys to start breakdancing.
I'm start spinning on my head in the chair. Actually,
That'd be pretty impressive, bro.
look, I think y'all will be okay with usage of AI if we have to make that happen. Because I can't actually do that.
Wait. I have a topic kind of related to AI if we want to take it there too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we want to take it there. We talk about AI a lot though.
Mm.
If you were spinning on that chair, you would that'd be terrible for your roots.
My roots?
Yeah, you'd definitely get
Of my hair?
traction alopecia.
Yeah.
Traction alopecia.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That sounds bad. Yeah.
I'm surprised that my hair has lasted this long.
Why?
I just feel like genetics, like
When do you expect it to go?
I just feel like
Clap it up for his hair, yo.
Yeah, clap it up for
Clap it up for
my
his hair,
roots
yeah.
holding on. That's one of the main reasons why I have locks, is because I was just like, one, let me do it while I can, and two, I feel like I don't know when my dad started losing his hair.
Have you ever asked him?
No. But I'm sure, like, I've never known him to have a a complete head of hair. He always had like at least a spot.
When did he? When did they have you? Do you know how old they were?
They were like mid-30s.
And you're saying when you remember being born?
Yep, and he was already balding as soon as I came out the womb. Anyway, welcome to episode 144. Wait, you're doing the intro.
Welcome to episode 144, an episode where we have all of our hair still.
Yes,
We do.
but we don't have all of our core
True.
4.
True. We are missing one.
One big Z.
We are missing the breeze today. We would say.
And it's really just because Troy wanted his own camera.
Yeah.
He said, "How do I make it happen to where I get to be the star of camera 2?"
I need some me time. Y'all need some me time. That's exactly what I'm hearing. But it's third month, Troy. Feeling good. March. And soon to be June. I feel
That
like
happened so fast.
April and May. I don't know how we got here, but I'm happy we
I
did.
think we're just
man.
getting older, bro.
What the?
That's not
does that mean the
wrong.
years are getting harder, and we just going through it?
It just
Or-
feels like my days are just kind of filled up with more,
Work.
stuff. When we were in school, like we were definitely, obviously becoming adults for real, but like it ain't feel like the days was going like this, bro. I look up for the weekend, I'm like, oh my gosh, yo.
Yeah, 2 days to dissociate.
To dissociate, right.
Yep.
Sheesh.
To get my mind right.
Go ahead. Who else do we have in the
You know what I'm
house?
saying? We got Wavy J in the building. You know what I mean? Had to clap it up, man.
For yourself.
For my side, you know what I mean?
Because who else gonna do it?
They can't do it from the other side of the camera, or at least that I can't tell.
Not yet.
You know
That
what I'm
tech,
saying?
the technology.
We don't have
coming
the tech
soon.
for that, but you know what I'm saying? What we do have is another great episode for you guys. So
Yeah, I'm excited. Benjamin Lane also in the building. Know what's funny is I actually came up with a name, but I forgot it. So that's how you know it was not even worth it. So still just Benjamin Lane for now. But I do want to make the announcement that we officially are able to announce that we are going back to DreamCon. If you didn't see our post on the Instagram page, we are headed back to do our Wholesome Hot Takes panel that's coming up in July. So for those that are listening, because one of the newer things that has happened was when we made the post, a couple people were in our comments. They're like, "Oh, I'll see you there, see you there." So
Yeah.
like, bro, DreamCon is, at least amongst like our people and our little network, is definitely growing. So
Yo.
hope to see y'all at the panel. We're gonna be pretty deep. This is gonna be like the first year where like we're bringing a lot of people. No, we're not necessarily bringing them with us, but
we got
like,
a lot of special guests.
have to,
We
like
actually
we're
do.
gonna take up a couple, at least the front row, of just like actual Wholesome network, which is actually gonna be really cool. So
We might need to do an episode down there.
We probably should actually.
I'm just saying,
Kind of like
hardest
the
people-
we could do it like the 100th how we did the
Yeah.
100th episode.
Type.
That would be fun. All right. Well, if that, hey, let us know if that's what you want. Leave us a like or a comment or whatever. But I am glad to be back. Let's kick this thing off with something that I've been thinking about. Something I was actually meaning to bring up during the last episode, but we ran out of time. And I got the chance to marinate on it a little bit, so it actually worked out. So now I can kind of word it better. So, have either of you all seen the movie The Materialist? It came out recently. It was A24. It had Pedro. Who else? It was like a major cast.
He's not playing. He's not
I think
playing the
Gosling.
piano.
He might have played the piano at some
The
point.
Materialist is a romantic movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen this movie.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans. That's who it was.
Yes,
I said
yes, yes.
Gosling.
He's broke.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
So, for those that, if John, you haven't seen it. So for those that haven't seen it, yes, it is just a romance movie. It's not really. It's not even like rom-com. It's more just like romance. It's pretty serious. And kind of. I'm gonna spoil it, but pretty simply put,
Spoiler alert.
It's literally one of those like he could be the one Hannah Montana episodes. Got a girl between two guys, right? One guy is successful, got a bunch of money, and like is doing really well for himself.
Oh yeah.
Other guy is broke. And I think she was with the broke one first, and then kind of like
actually really develop some
as
feelings.
time life happens, you decide, okay, I actually want this for my life, and I can actually obtain this, so I'm gonna make my way over to the more affluent side of things, right? So the majority of the movie, she's with the rich guy who's Pedro, and you could probably already guess where this is going. I know when I was watching, I was kind of guessing where it was going. Was that like, oh, the lesson is, it's grass is always greener on the other side kind of thing. Like, yeah, when you're looking over there, you're like, wow, money sounds good. This lifestyle sounds good. But then once you're in it, you realize all the sacrifices that it comes with. And
something's still missing.
Maybe I'm not that happy. So, yeah, spoiler alert, she ends up going back to the brokey, which was very kind of unbalanced. Right. It was very unbalanced in terms of the time frame of the movie. But the point of me bringing this up is not to just review the movie, but the kind of big twist towards the end. I don't know if you remember this because it's really not a big twist, but at some point earlier in the movie, Pedro, who was the rich guy, I think there was some like joking or like discussion about the surgery that people can go through to make themselves taller. And at some point there was like, they had this kind of exchange where someone's like, yeah, who would ever do that? Or like, that's a crazy surgery, or what's the point of like making yourself only a couple inches taller? This is a very real surgery, by the way. This is also, the point of this is not to like explain my perspective on whether this surgery is worth it or not. But the twist,
not personal feelings.
The twist leads into the Pedro, the rich guy, explaining that he actually got the surgery,
yes,
and made himself a couple inches taller. And his reasoning is that there is actually a larger difference in how people are treated based off of something as small as that, right? So he said that a lot of his success in business was actually due to him being a couple inches taller. So people may respect you a little bit more, or like just have those like unconscious biases towards someone that's of different height, right? So that's additional adding on to the materialism of the movie's kind of main, I guess, messaging is that, like, wow, we really care so much, or arguably too much about these little things like having a certain amount of money. And then they also throw in ideas of like height and things looking flashy, right? So I'd say all that to say, one, if you want to watch a movie, go for it. But I really say all that to say there are a lot of things that I feel like we don't always consider or think about consciously as far as who we are and the elements that create our identity that really can have an impact on just how we're perceived in the world, what the rest of our lives may look like. And it started making me think about like, what are some of those kind of low key things, right? We obviously are very, very much so aware of the huge ones, right? Race is huge. Your gender, your sexual orientation, height is okay. Like physicality can be grouped under the world of height, whether you're, thick, or if you're slim, athletic, whatever. All of these things we know, but there's a lot of things that I feel like are a lot more underlying. So the question to you all is, what are some of those things that you think, may have either impacted yourselves or just the idea of can impact. And while you all ponder on that thought, there's one thing that I want to throw out there.
Okay.
Actually, there's two. So let me
Two of
know.
them.
I'll share the first one, and then the second one, if you all need some time, I'll share the second one. So the first one is your name. And I really want to ask both of you, because we have a variety of names here. We have someone who has a fairly common name, i.e. John,
Very true.
and a very unique name.
No one has it.
No one has it except your lineage.
Indeed.
So there's a couple of ways I want to go with this. Or there's a second layer. So first, I just want to kind of hear your perspectives of like, how do you feel as though your names have impacted your lives, but also outside of your personal experiences, the idea of a name, like what's the potential of someone's name impacting their lives? And you could say first or last name, because the next layer I'm going is last name. What do you all think?
Well, like you said, shoot, my name's super common. Also, my father's name too. So I think there's, also kind of the layer of, like having the same name. It's like as a relative. But yeah, I don't know. I think my name being just super like normal. I think people will just kind of take me as that like base value. I think as a result or something like that. Like what you see is what
like
you
trustworthy because your name is John.
Or just however I choose to kind of present myself. I guess you know what I'm saying. I don't know how to like really contextual, but like I don't know. Because trustworthy like. I don't know. It's kind of about pretty standard, bro. Like, I just feel when your name is like super common like that or something, like, yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say, it can be like kind of expected when your name is something that's pretty unique. I feel like, in contrast, or something that people don't really know, it's almost like it makes you kind of wonder what that type of person is, because it's like it's the first time I'm interacting with this type of person or seeing anybody in any context.
So it's like a familiarity sense of like
sort of thing.
I'm comfortable near you because I'm comfortable with your name. That's kind of what you're interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Troy, on the opposite side of the spectrum?
Yeah, on the opposite side, I find it to be quite funny because I normally lead with Troy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then there'll be some odd instance where I wasn't able to hide it.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, your name is what? And then I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why don't you lead with that? And I'm like, well, you didn't even say it right just now, which is okay. But also, I shorten it to go for the not even familiarity part, but for the ease.
Yeah, syllables.
Yeah. Short, sweet, to the point. And we didn't even got to think about it too much.
And just communication, comprehension, like yeah. You've heard of Troy Bolton. You know, like our generation knows a Troy.
Exactly.
I can see that.
And it's not even like when I do lead with my full name, is it weird? Because like I'll order something, they will always stop and ask,
Starbucks.
how do you say your name? And I'll be like, and then it just be like a couple of 10 seconds we didn't really need to spend. But it's never like a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's never like a negative kind of situation.
What do you think in terms of like personality? Because John was saying like trustworthiness. Do you feel like you've experienced any like standoffishness or like people?
I think they have a moment of, oh, okay, I'm gonna download it in my brain. If I ever come across this name again, they're gonna be like you.
Thank you.
Kind of a thing.
Because that's what. So what's funny is, and I didn't even remember. Like when I was even thinking about like presenting this as a topic, I forgot about this piece. But Cornisha, who is a unique name as well. She asked. We were watching Survivor.
Shout out Survivor.
Shout out Survivor. We were watching, arguably my favorite season to date, season 35.
Holy crap, 35?
Dude, there's like 51 or something. They're on 50. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Survivor. But
we're just talking about shows that.
If you need a recommendation for a season, watch 35. But basically, there was it's all on Paramount.
Don't start from the beginning.
They're all on Paramount.
That's the only reason why I have Paramount Plus.
That's real.
She asked, "What is it like to like have somebody who shares your name?" Because there's a character on there who has a character. There's a contestant on there who has my name.
Oh, okay.
And because she was asking from someone who like very rarely has a different name.
Right, yeah.
And John, when you were talking, I remember this moment because I do think one of the things in my answer to her was like, one of the downsides to it is that you almost have to like be worried about what does this name mean to you outside of me. Like, I don't want you to be like, I hate the last Ben that I met, and I'm like, hey, my name is Ben.
Do you remember this?
What?
You might remember this.
What up?
This is going back to Hamlin days. We had certain people that
Yes. Wait a second.
we had certain people
second.
that
Yes.
in like our first interaction, we're getting to
Yes.
meet a lot of new people we never met.
Yeah.
before.
I completely forgot.
People
about
that will
this.
be living, all of us will be living in the same kind of quarters,
Yeah.
the same kind of space. This one young lady was like, hi, my name is so and so, and I was like, hi, my name is Troy. She was like, very standoffish, not really feeling it.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what's going on? Because I'm not used to that kind of reaction,
Right.
For any reason. I've never met you before. She's like, yeah, I don't remember if she was saying that it was like an ex or
Yeah.
just somebody she knew that had my name or something. And I
Yeah.
was like, hey,
what they got to do with me?
I don't.
but it was a big
Just
part
made me
of,
so angry.
No, it was a big part of interactions for the early part. Eventually, it got better.
Yeah.
but no, that's a great example of that.
Yeah. I just think that's something that like it's for someone that has a common name probably runs into. My name's like not rare by any means, but it's not as common as John. So I could see you running it. But I also think something super common like John is like maybe people are a little bit looser because a lot of people probably know multiple Johns. And
Yeah,
so it's like
indeed.
I can't attribute everything to just this one John.
Oh yeah.
Do
It's
we think
definitely-
John is like a top 5 common male name?
you got like John Doe?
I think it's like top
It might
top
be
5, top 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Low-key.
that's for sure up there because I feel like John is
Clap it up for yourself.
John is popular amongst all of the races. Excuse me.
It's real. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
there's
take
not
it there.
there's not too many African American Benjamins. That's the one thing that like and I think I've told this story about my name
In class.
being Black Ben. Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so yeah, like that was, but that's real. Just because like you can't necessarily do that with White John or Black John because it's like
Wow.
there could still be 2 Black Johns, there could be 2 White Johns,
Okay.
Asian Johns. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Hey.
But so the next layer though is last name, and when I say last name, this is big just because obviously I guess none of these names are chosen, but generally speaking, like you really can't change. You can't nickname your last name the same way you can, you can shorten Benjamin down to Ben.
Right.
You can shorten down to Troy, whatever. Your last name is kind of your last name.
Unless you're like an actor or a rapper.
Well, they can do whatever they want. They could just
Tight.
completely switch
Pretty much.
whatever. They could just choose a different name. But what I want to point out is the alphabetical order, because that is a large piece of like upbringing, at least in the Western civilization school systems.
Okay, fair.
Like alphabetical order of your last name.
I've never been an A.
is chosen. Yeah, and this is why like it's funny. I was thinking about we all are you're a little bit higher. You're a little bit higher. John, you're a little bit lower. Zach and I would be like smack in the middle. L's like right in the middle. So I wish we had like some, some outliers, an A or a Z or whatever, just kind of like get their perspective. But I do feel like that's something that has a larger impact than what we may think about, right?
That's a
like,
good point.
If you think about being a first or last consistent basis, or relatively consistent, being the first one to get called on for something,
All the time.
The first one being like, if you're in a speech class, like you're probably doing that speech first.
Yes.
And I think it is very similar relationship. I know they've done a lot of studies on like what order of a sibling you are.
Right.
I feel like it's almost similar with like if I know I'm going first based off my last name, if I'm getting called on something, that probably creates some element of like big sibling kind of complex when it comes to like the rest of your classmates being almost like your siblings. So I'm just, I don't know. I just feel like someone needs to do like a deep dive on.
No, I definitely think we need to study, because I'm curious, like, where does for the bell curve of like maybe most successful, like just kind of turn out good.
Right, exactly.
What is that
like?
letter?
Does this mean like the
are most of them in the beginning?
or like are you graduating? Like, what's the graduation rate higher for like the first half of the alphabet versus the second?
Compared
like,
to disease?
And it also could end up being like some cross sectionality of culture, because there's arguably probably not a whole lot of white, black, Hispanic last names that start with X, right? As two people who went to high school and with a relatively diverse community.
Yeah.
We've seen some X's and Y's and Z's and like some
Zeong.
Q's and right.
A whole lot, yeah, for real.
And they oftentimes fall in that East Asian population. So then it's like, I don't know, it just kind of gets deeper and deeper. And I'm like, there's definitely got to be some correlations here. I'm not necessarily saying there's like a direct linear causation relationship here,
Right.
but I'm just curious. There's got to be something.
Oh, that's a
where-
freakonomics question.
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
That's fire.
But is there anything that you all have come up with? Because I have one more.
I unfortunately had something that wasn't as deep, and I'm just gonna say it for the sake of now, but I'm gonna try to think of something better. I was thinking like if this is gonna sound silly, I'm thinking of facial hair,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but in particular like any hair that's above your lips.
Okay.
So for us, it would be obviously mustache, hair, and eyebrows, but also I'm throwing in eyebrows because that's both men and women. I think if you don't have eyebrows for like a lot of your life, I feel like you're gonna have a very drastic different experience of life, and I think maybe your outlook on life is just kind of different. Because I feel like it drastically changes your appearance.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not like I'm trying to say in a good or bad. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to,
It's different though.
it's very different. And
Yeah.
I think that also has an impact on how people treat you. But obviously, I don't think this is the same level as like a last name and A. So that's
Yeah.
kind of why I was like, maybe not. But I'm thinking, no, if you live your life by this code of no eyebrows, or as a
Code?
dude, you're like, I'm no eyebrows and no
Yeah.
top lip hair. We just going beard. You're like, you're not one of us.
People definitely make judgments off of. There's a lot of stereotypes that are assigned with, at least when it comes to facial hair, as far as like the stash. We all know what stash I'm referring to.
Yikes.
It also could just be like a cop stash. That's another stash. That,
The
like,
opposite
kinda,
end.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right, honestly.
The Viltrumite.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. No, that's true.
Dog.
There's, and that's definitely stylistically kind of adjacent, I guess. But yeah, I can see that. And then also, I think a lack of eyebrows, it is something that people are naturally gonna question. What happened?
Is it some medical?
Is this a situation? Yeah,
thing?
right. Is this
Or
a
are you
condition?
just
Is this?
like, hey, I don't want
So
to.
you just,
There was
you
a
just
po-
like this?
That was a trend when, I feel like that was a big thing when they first started. Like, I don't know. I just remember like my parents and sister kind of talking about when they started doing like real thin eyebrows. Like when people would start like, or there's some people that would shave them and like tattoo them on.
I've heard of that actually.
Or they started doing like real thin eyebrows, like as like an intentional like style.
Wow.
And so, yeah, that does impact how you look.
And also, don't come for me in my eyebrows. I don't know nothing about no eyebrows for anybody that's watching.
I'll never forget when my mom made me get my eyebrows done.
Really?
Waxed and everything, yeah. Only one time I've had that.
My mom always
experience
threatened that, but
Why were they threatening?
well, she was just like, you should just get them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
with it.
wow.
I went to Ulta.
I feel like if I were to
got
bring
my
that up
junk
to my mom, she'd be like, why? For what?
She's like, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's go.
I'm or mad or that. She'd be like, I've been meaning to.
I never.
say something."
waxed. Never dawned on me.
Right.
Dog.
I
John,
never
do you have one before I say this last one? And we move on.
I didn't even have one that was like a physical thing. I was thinking more like a clothing type of thing. I was thinking about just like dirty sneakers, bro. I was thinking of like that whenever I see that out.
Well,
and
that's
about.
a choice, though.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, stylistically, I feel like it does tell me a lot about a person.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
The last one that I have is your allergies. That's not up to you at all. But if you're just born and you couldn't eat, I don't know, like birthday cake icing,
Some of this isn't fair though.
you can let.
Okay, I thought you meant it. I was thinking like seasonal allergies, like every time.
That was that too. You
that
get,
pollen get out, your eyes just watering like crazy.
somebody somewhere missed the kickball on like the last inning because their eyes got itchy
They got to watering.
at field day, and that was like a core memory. You know,
man.
Also,
Sold the game.
sold the
So-
game, and now that impacted them socially for the rest of their days.
Your best friend of years. It was like I don't want anything to do with you. We're done.
That's
We're
crazy.
done. They
That's
They
crazy.
can't be cool in high school now,
They can't.
and now they just went off to a whole left. Now they smoking cigarettes in the alley, skipping class.
They telling their story. I missed. If I had another chance.
Black and milds and black coffee.
Yeah, if they like that
It's
in
a
high
slippery
school,
slope.
like, my goodness, yo, just play another game of kickball at that point, bro.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Like, bro, we got some local,
But-
you know what I'm saying, going on.
But for the allergies piece, though, like, I do wonder if, like, we're kind of still talking about the correlation piece. Like, what's the correlation with people that are allergic to, like, seafood and, like, other maybe parts of their lives? Or, like, what if there's, like, hey, more people that are not financially well off are allergic to blueberries for some reason? I don't know. Like, I wonder if that could also have something.
It
go in that
could, possibly
direction.
could, especially because it's like what we consume does have a large effect on like bodily function, brain function, things like that. And I feel like if you can't obtain certain nutrients for whatever reason, or like it's too much of a hassle to obtain them alternatively, because I always think about like peanut butter, or, like that's a very peanuts are super common, and that was like a very large like protein thing for, as like growing up, and there's obviously millions of ways to get additional protein, but like somebody that was allergic to peanuts, or let's not say peanuts, let's say something like more significant like seafood. Like let's say you are allergic to seafood and you grew up in North Carolina, and like seafood is like a major piece of like the North Carolinian diet. So now you're like frail, right? You're one of like the
Limp.
smaller kids, and then you're trying to train out for the football
There's
team.
seafood boils everywhere, every birthday party,
And
all
like
your friends.
you can't make the football team, or like you're on the bench because you're allergic to seafood and you just don't like red meat, or
You just
whatever.
running
I
the
don't know.
stats.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my God, bro.
It's a completely different world.
I can see that.
You
Wow,
had
that's heavy.
you had one fork, but that as soon as that allergen kicked in,
And
that whole
just-
fork
and-
got erased. That
right.
path don't exist for you anymore.
You could have
Dang.
lived in Texas, you'd have been okay.
That too, right? Yeah.
You'd have just came up literally with any other type cuisine, you would have been fine, bro. Your life would be so much better, bro. That same
You'd been
person is
fine with
probably
that barbecue.
That same person is for sure dreaming their whole life. Like, I cannot wait to leave here and go somewhere else, bro.
No,
You don't go to
definitely.
Detroit, you have a coney, and just start crying.
Finally. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Y'all have seafood boils here. It's like, nah.
I mean, we do, but it's not the main.
That's
Give
like
me
that's
the-
in
it's-
Warren.
that's okay, that's
okay.
That's in Warren and Sterling Heights,
Right,
and
right,
Troy.
right.
and-
We're good, we're good.
like,
we're
man,
good.
I love Detroit.
I love it here.
That's funny.
All because of the food, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
but speaking of cities, low key, I think that we kind of were talking about an Invincible off camera earlier. A little bit about it, because the last season, what was it? Season 3, 4? I don't think it was 2. I think it was 3. 3 out of maybe 8 will be, has already come out and whatever. And when it had came out, I really did a deep dive on the Invincible story, about, where it goes. I did, some comics explained. If you know, you feel me? And I really started thinking, like, man, is this the worst fictional place to live in a community? Like the planet in the Invincible series? Because I can't even just say just like a city. Like, it's kind of like the whole thing on a random Tuesday could be susceptible to, I don't know, what was one thing that happened? The sequids.
No, right.
And these people was just chilling. They were just going to work.
So they just
So,
popped up just shooting everybody, bro.
bro, and then it's a whole, I need to be saved. You got to call in all these people. You got to contain the situation on a random Tuesday. Then other days, it's like, oh, the Earth may be in trouble from an invasion from hell, because they had a whole hell episode in the last
You're right.
season.
Heck,
So-
you got the Viltrumites that's just hanging around, bro.
Bro, so all these reasons are a good reason why I don't know what the exact fictional name is of the Invincible Earth, but Invincible Earth versus, or better,
Invinciverse.
let's do an Invincible Chicago. Actually, we'll go back to a city. Invincible Chicago versus like Gotham. Which one you taking? Gotham, I didn't do a same, parallel explanation, but we talking about Batman, his city. You got the Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, all ripping and running, doing their thing, doing their crime,
I'm probably
where it's just
I'm probably taking Gotham.
really
I'm probably taking Gotham.
Yeah.
both of you.
Invincible, bro. They've had some major destruction, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
mostly I feel like in Batman, there's not a ton of structural damage or the craziness of, you know what I'm saying? It gets wicked for sure.
I'm just saying it's just some dude running at you because he took somebody else's face. Now he wants yours.
But see, the thing for Gotham is not as supernatural.
Yeah, that's why I thought
Gotham
too.
is it's just crime rampant. It's the
Just
vast
people
majority
just out that bust out the asylum and they just just going.
That's pretty bad.
But it's still a human though. You
Okay.
know,
like you said,
you
a
can
bunch
still
of aliens,
get
bro.
shot.
Yeah.
I can at least shoot most things in Gotham.
So then maybe what would be a better comparison?
And that's all y'all are getting right now, at least. If you're viewing this on YouTube or however you have typically been consuming the Wholesome House podcast, at this moment, this is all you're going to get from this episode. I'm sorry, but I have wonderful news for you. You can get the rest of this episode if you just hop over to our Wholesome House Patreon. There is a link below. You will get the rest of this episode, as well as a whole bunch of exclusive content. Actually, there's some of it, I'll admit, some of it you got to pay for. You'll see how all the memberships are, but a lot of it is free too. So just go ahead and check us out on the Patreon. You'll get the rest of this episode and just continue supporting the Wholesome House. So we appreciate it. Again, thanks for tuning in to this episode, and we'll see y'all over there on the Patreon. Go to the Patreon. Patreon.